Hello students, in our last lecture we have completed exercise of chapter 9. In that some sums we have not done because they were of the same method, so that you are supposed to solve at your home. Now today we are going to start our chapter number 8 and 9. I am taking these two chapters combined just because the concept of both the chapter is same. Very minor difference is there, so that I will make you clear so that easily you can solve the sums of both the chapter by using the same method. Now students, here we are going to take two concepts, that is square root and cube root. This is your chapter 6, this is your chapter 7. 6th chapter and 7th chapter. Here square root means multiplication of the same number two times. For example, 1 1s are 1, 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16. So all these numbers are known as perfect square number. Same way students, in cube root we will take same concept but multiply the same number 3 times. So 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 3 3s are 9, 3s are 27, 4 4s are 16, 4s are 64. So all these number will be known as perfect cube number. So these ways students, we will take here the concept of square root and cube root together. 2 times multiplication of the same number, that is square root. 3 times multiplication of the same number, that is cube root. So here we are taking a few sums of square root and few sums of cube root. Remaining all sums are of the same method so that you can solve it. So here we are taking some important methods of both the chapter. For example, one number is given and I want to find out its square root. So what you supposed to keep in your mind, you supposed to take last digit into consideration, whether this number is even or odd. So if the last digit is even, then you have to divide this number by 2, 4. Then you have to divide it by 2, and if the last digit is odd, then you have to divide that number by 3 till you are getting the prime factorization of that number. For example, here 7 to 9 is given and I want to take out its square root. Then here last digit is 9, so this is odd number, so we will divide this number by 3. So here you have to make its division. 7 to 9 divided by 3. 3 2s are 6. 1 2 3 4s are 12. 9 3 3s are 9. So this number you supposed to write here, that is 243 divided by 3. So you will get 81. Then again by 3 you will get 27. Divide by 3. You will get 9, 3, 3, 1. Now you supposed to make pair of 2 numbers. So here 7 to 9 is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3 is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here 2 times 3 is there, so we will take 1 time, 2 times we will take 1 time, 2 times we will take 1 time. So 3 3s are 9, 3s are 27. So square root of this number is 27. So this way you supposed to solve the sums of square root. Now we are taking students one example of cube root. I am taking this concept together just because the concept and logic of the chapter is same. Here for example I am taking 10648 divided by 2, because last digit is even. So division of this number, you will get result 5324. Again last digit is even. Yes, so divide it by 2. Here you will get 2626. Again 2, that will be 1331. It's a cube of 11. So divide it by 11. 1 2 1 11 11 1. So here you have to make pair of 3. The same concept, but in square root you supposed to make of 2 digits. Here you supposed to make pair of 3 digits. So here it will be 10648 is equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 11 into 11 into 11. So here 2 one time, here 11 one time. So its cube root will be 22. I hope students now you will be clear with the concept of square root and cube root both. So still we are taking 2 more example of both of the concept, and then we will learn some identities, properties, and this way we will clear with the concept of whole both the chapter. Now here we are taking one more example of square root. Suppose I want to find out the square root of 9604. We will check the last digit. Last digit is even, so divide it by 2. So it will be 4802. Again divide it by 2. Here 2401. Again divide it by, last digit is odd, so divide it by 3. But you have to keep one thing in your mind, students. Whenever you divide by any number, you should get remainder 0. But as you divide this number by 3, then it will be clear to you that you are not getting remainder 0. Then you have to go for next odd number 5. It is not divisible by 5. Then you have to go with division by 7. So this way you are supposed to solve the sum. Here it is divisible by 7. You will get 3 4 3 7. You will get 49. Here 7 7 1. Now pair of 2, pair of 7, another pair of 7. So 9604 is equals to 2 into 2 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 7. So here it will be 2 into 7 into 7. So its multiplication, 7 7s are 49, 49 2s are 98. So these ways, student, you will get the square root of the given number. Now students, you have to keep one thing in your mind. Some properties I am telling you that you are supposed to keep in your mind for the square root. Property number 1. Listen it carefully, everyone. Property number 1. Any natural number ending in 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 can be or cannot be a square number. I am repeating the same. Any natural numbers means all positive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinite numbers. If its last digit ending with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9, then this number can be or cannot be square number. Property number 2. If a number has 1 or 9 in the unit place, then its square ends in 1. If we are having any number whose unit number is 1 or 9, then its square end also in 1. For example 81, for example 9. So its square is 81, it is ending by 1. Now I am taking 11 square. So it will be 121. So that its end is also 1. So if last digit is 9 or 1, then its square end with 1 only. So this is your another property. Refer your property number 3. When a square number ends in 6, the number whose square it is will have 4 or 6 in its unit place. Okay, for example, students, okay, a 6 square I am taking, that it's here 6 is there, then its end will also be 6. 4, then its square also ends with 6. So if we are having these two numbers in last, then it will end with 4 or 6. Then done. Now property number 4, a square number can only have even number of zeros at the end. Even number of zeros. For example, 100. So here 2 zeros are there, means number of zeros are even. Then only this number can be perfect square number. If here 3 zeros are there, means the number of zeros are odd, then definitely this number will not be a perfect square number. So whenever you are solving these sums, you have to keep these properties into mind. So easily you will be able to solve the sums of this. Now property number 5 is given. The square of odd number are odd and square of even numbers are even. Very simple logic is there. If we are making square of 2, then it is 4, and square of 3, that is 9. So even number square, that is even, odd number square, that is odd. Yes. Then property number 6, the difference between the squares of two consecutive natural number is equal to the sum of the two numbers. Property number 7, that is there are two n non-perfect square numbers between the squares of numbers n and n plus 1. Here my n number is there, here n plus 1 number is there. Then if I will apply here 2 into n, this will be the numbers lies between these two numbers. And property number 8, last property of the square and square root, that is the sum of the first n odd natural number is n square. Okay, if I want a square of any number, then I have to multiply that number twice. So here these are the important properties related to square and square root that you have to keep in your mind. So easily you will be able to solve the sum. One more method is important method is given here, students. Okay, by which number I have to multiply the given number so that it become a perfect square number. Now here, students, suppose we are taking one example, 1000. We know that this is not a perfect square number, but I want to make it perfect square, and for that, by which number we supposed to multiply 1000 so that it become perfect square number, that I want to check. So what I will do, I will factorize this number. Then as this is a concept of square and square root, we will make pair of 2, 2 times 2, 2 times 5. There 1 time 2 and 1 time 5 left. So I will multiply these two numbers, that is 2 5s are 10. So if I will multiply 1000 by 10, then I will get 10,000. So these numbers will be perfect square number. So these way, students, you supposed to, if any perfect square number is not given and you want to find out by which number you have to multiply this number to make it perfect square, at that time the same method you have to follow. You have to factorize the sum, and then you have to check out the pairs. Whatever additional numbers are there, you supposed to multiply this number by the given number so that the given number will be your perfect square number. Yes, now I think this concept will be clear to you. Now same thing we are doing in the cube and cube root. We are taking two examples of cube and cube root. For example, students, I want to find out cube root of 1, 3, 8, 2, 4. Then as last digit is even, I will divide this number by 2. So here I will get 6, 9, 1, 2. Again last digit is even, divide it by 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Again divide it by 2. Then 1, 7, 2, 8. Divide it by 2. Then 8, 6, 4. Divide it by 2. Then 4, 3, 2. Divide it by 2. Then 2, 1, 6. Divide it by 2, as we are getting last digit even. So every time we will take 2 as a divisor. Here 108 divided by 2. 54 divided by 2. Here 27, 3, 9, 3, 3, 1. So these way students we will make pair of 3 numbers and multiplication of these numbers, that is 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So cube root of this number will be the same. Now here we will discuss the important points of cube and cube root. Here properties of perfect cube number. Property number 1. If the digit in the ones place of a number is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9, then the digit in the ones place of its cube also will be the same digit. Okay, अगर मेरा कोई नंबर है और उसका लास्ट डिजिट 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 और 9, if it is given and if I will make its cube, the digit of that number also will be the same. Property number 2. If the digit in the ones place of a number is 2, the digit in the ones place of its cube is 8. Then property number 3. If the digit in the ones place of a number is 3, the digit in the ones place of its cube is 7. कि अगर लास्ट डिजिट कोई भी नंबर है उसमें लास्ट डिजिट 3 है और उसका क्यूब करेंगे, देन वी विल गेट 7 इज द लास्ट डिजिट ऑफ द आंसर. एंड इफ गिवन नंबर हैविंग 7 एज द लास्ट डिजिट, देन इफ आई विल मेक इट्स क्यूब इट विल बी 3. Then cubes of even natural number are even, as the same concept we applied in square and square root. Same here. Cubes of odd natural numbers are odd. Cubes of negative integers are negatives. In square and square root, the square of any negative number will be positive. So as I told you earlier students, I have taken the video of these two chapters together just because the concept of both the chapter is same. Here we can see the difference is that only in square and square root we were making pair of 2 digit, same digit, and in cube and cube root we will make the pair of same 3 digits, and accordingly we will find it out. We discussed the properties of both the concept. Now same method we have find out here the cube root of this number. So this type of many questions are given in your textbook which you can solve at your own. We have already completed this chapter in our class also, so easily you will be able to solve it. Have a nice time. Goodbye. Keep doing practice at home.
आभार.